Happy holidays, Soul Tribe. Tracy here in my PJs. Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, the generous donations. Latasha, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us on Christmas Day. The song that came to mind was Self-Destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. That song is an old rap song. If you know, you know. That's the song that I'm hearing. Your gifts are increasing. It's like I'm seeing in my mind's eye you walking across the graduation stage because you've graduated to another level. Your spiritual gifts are increasing. And these karmics, these people that went against you, they can sense that and they are shook. They think that they're afraid of you. They're not afraid of you. They're really afraid of the Most High. Confirmation. That's who they fear, is God. Bottom of the deck. Here you are by yourself. And like I said, you're doing your own thing. And people are around you. They're looking at you, but they're having a whole new point of view about you. They see you so differently now than they did when they was really trying to get at you. Before they was, trying to really, lie on you, and they were trying to hurt you in any way that they could. But now they're finding out that they could not hurt you. They couldn't really even come up against you. They tried. But now they're looking closely at you and they see that you are a rising star. No matter what they do, they can't keep you down. Especially after you walked away. After you walked away, it's like they saw they had to look at you differently. They used to see you down there. Now they're holding you up higher because they see that you had the power, the foresight to walk away. Hey, Cher. Yes, like I said, your spiritual powers are increasing. Not only are your spiritual powers increasing, but your money is increasing too. It's like you using your spiritual gifts. I'm telling you, it's like you're getting some guidance from God, and there's nothing that they can do. Everything about you is going up. And God is so pleased with you. This is why God is entrusting you. Because you know what? God knows you are a fair person. You're not going to give to somebody else or do someone else wrong because they were done wrong. You're going to go ahead and heal that part of you that needs to be healed so that you can treat somebody else right. You go within and you look at what needs to be addressed within you. Hey, create. And these people that came across against you, they know that they don't have as much strength. They cannot do anything to you. They can't battle you. They can't war with you. They can't bring you down. They can't knock you down. All they can do is respect you. This is why I'm hearing this song, Self-Destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Something about the truth about these secrets that this family has done. These secrets are coming out. Hey, divinely intentional, how are you? And they are afraid for their life, literally afraid for their life. They feel that some of them feel like they you know what, I feel like there's a couple of them are having medical issues, or somebody has a really bad cold or their flu, or something is not right, somebody may have to go to the hospital. They're literally afraid of their life. They are, hey, Reverend One Horn, how are you? Merry Christmas. They are realizing that Archangel Michael has been here with you ever since you was a child. And this is why it seemed like you were always able to smoothly go into calmer waters, like nothing really bothered you, like nothing that they did was able to stick. You know how somebody, I'm seeing somebody that's boiling pasta and they throw it at the wall to see if it sticks. They were throwing everything at the wall, nothing stuck. And what they did was trying to come against you, trying to hurt you. It hurt them. It got them in a position where they can't get out of anymore. I feel at one point before you left this group, they was able to wiggle out of it. They was able to oh, that was close. I got out of it. But when you left, all of these swords, I'm seeing swords come from the sky and trapping them. And so now they're like, oh my God, I can't get out. They can't get out because of the crimes they did against you. Hi, Mikla BT. How are you? How are you? Yeah, it's like, you are, they couldn't tell who you were. It's like they're feeling like, okay, so they see you as God's chosen one, and they're feeling upset some type of way because it's almost like you were holding back, showing everyone I'm God's chosen one. But you didn't even know you was God's chosen one. It's not like you woke up one day and you was like, you know what? I'm the chosen one. No, that wasn't it. You went through the struggle. You was down in the mud. Every time that they saw that you were trying to pick yourself up, they tried to put additional pressure, additional stress, additional curses, additional anguish on you to try and keep you down. They tried to put their foot on your neck. It wasn't until you had the courage to walk away that all of that came up off of you. And that's when you started to rise. That's when you started to ascend and elevate. And the higher you got, it seemed like the easier it became for you to elevate even more and more and more. Even now, you still don't walk around like I'm God's chosen, I'm God's favorite. Because that's not within you to even say it, but these people are viewing you as that. And they feel like, how dare you hold that back from us? Because they feel like, had we seen that, we would have never treated you like this. But see, this is the test that they failed. They weren't supposed to treat you any type of way except fair, except right, and except loving, period. Hola, Marcia. High lies never stuck. Confirmation. See, this group, they're getting their just due. They all came up against you. They conspired against you in the dark. And they're getting this justice. And you're getting your justice too. You are the one who saved your lineage. You broke whatever curses. You made sure that you and yours were going to be taken care of. You did the hard work. You did it alone. You looked at what was precious. You looked at what God had planned for you, and you believed God's promises. That's the only way that you kept going and going and going, because you believed what God had promised you. These other people, whether they are quote unquote blood relatives, friends, exes, colleagues, co-workers, whatever they call themselves, whatever relationship that that you see them as, these karmics, they know what they have coming to, because they have cursed themselves and they know what's coming back on them. You were able to defend yourself, and now that they see that, you know what, you're so high at a level that they can't even approach you. Even if they do try to approach you, they don't know what to say. This is somebody who's going to try and make an excuse. They're trying to make excuses for trying to defame you, have everyone work against you. They were trying to do this however they could, and now they just want to come with some type of excuse as opposed to coming with the truth. They're wondering if this olive branch is going to be enough. Hell to the no. You walked out on faith. You listened to what God had to say, and you left. That was the only thing for you to do. That was the last thing that was left for you to do, so that you could not just save yourself, so that you could save your lineage, your divine lineage. See, these people, they forget about how they were not honorable to you, how they tried to really hurt you, how they tried to put so much on your shoulders that they expected if they put all this pressure on you for this long time that you would never ever ever make it through. And now it's them that is going to feel the pressure. It's them that's going to have these spells on them. In love, you've been creating a whole new world for yourself. You didn't do it out of animosity. You didn't do it to try and get back at anybody. You stayed true to you. You stayed true to what God wanted you to do, and that was bring yourself up by showing love, by being kind, by being generous, by being fair, by being honest, by having integrity, by being responsible, by remaining true to who you know God wants you to be. It doesn't mean perfect. It just means you're following what God wants you to do. And now look at you. They see that they can't compare to you. Someone wants to send you a message. They do. They want to send you a message. They want to send you, today is Christmas. Maybe it's a Merry Christmas, just to see the response, just to try and check your temperature. Let's see. Do you know that this person is not being who they are representing themselves to be? You know that there's still secrets and lies that they're not willing to talk about because they're afraid of you. They feel with you, if you knew about everything, that you would bring the destruction. It's not you. You don't even care anymore what they said, who they said it to, what was the reason it said. You don't give a shit about that no more, because in the big scheme of things, you see it never, ever affected you. You stayed in your lane. You listened to what God had to say. When God said move right, you moved right. When God said step to the left, you stepped to the left. When God said stay right here, I'm going to let you know when to move again, you were obedient. And now this person or these people, these karmics, or who are experiencing this tower moment, because you know what? When you left, their world started to crumble. And they're right now in all this anguish because of all that bullshit that they said about you that was not ever true. Hey, Braxy. Whatever it is that you are doing, whatever it is that your craft, whatever it is that your purpose, it's working. It's gaining. You're doing it. God's pleased. And this is why everything is turning in your favor. Your money is increasing. Your name in the community is going up. And these people are upset. They're shook. They don't understand, because how you could be so protected whenever it used to be that people looked at you and they had questions. But now these people know that no matter what they done, they could not ever bring you down. And they're the ones that are confused. You're no longer confused because you no longer give a shit. All you're doing is moving forward in leaps and bounds. I'm seeing Superman. You know how Superman used to just take off and just was gone in the sky? This is what these people are looking at you doing right now. Like you're Superman. They can't get you. They can't touch you. And now these people are in their feelings, regretting, feeling like wanting to feel sorry for themselves because they feel that you held a big piece of information back that you should have told them. You like they feeling like you should have told them, hey, just so that you know, you're mistreating an earth angel. I'm just saying. But see, this was information that was even hidden from you while you was going through the muck and the mire. You was just trying to make it through. You was just trying to live and survive. You was trying to survive so that you could live. So how the hell did you know? You just knew that some people was doing some shit against you that didn't feel right, that they was saying some things about you that definitely wasn't true. And now these people are being judged by their actions that they took against you. And they want to have the audacity, the gall, and the absolute audacity to blame you for them treating you the way that they chose to treat you. See, everybody is learning the truth now. The whole coven, the whole crowd, the whole community, they are learning the truth now. Because of how your works. the work that you're putting in, and who you are representing yourself to be by your works. Hey, Black Ososa. Good morning and Merry Christmas to you. See, now this King of Cups sees your value. Now this King of Cups sees your value, whereas they didn't see your value before. They didn't see your gifts before. They didn't think that you were even worth anything before. But now that you have your back turned to this King of Cups, now they see your value. Now they see that you were their wish fulfillment. That, but now it's kind of too late because you already closed that cycle. You went through that door and you closed that door. And you started looking for your better life. Those first few years, those first 20, 30, 40, 50 years may have sucked trying to be part of whatever it was that you was trying to be a part of. But once you decided to go through that, to close that chapter, to walk through that door, close it, lock it, and throw away that motherfucking key, then all of a sudden somebody want to wake up to who you truly are. And now they're looking at what they invested in and who they pledge their allegiance to. And it's so sad because now they see they cannot even compare to you. They try to do all this bullshit only to find out that they left themselves out. They should have stayed with you. They find out now they was working for the wrong team. But it's too late. It is too late now. And they have the nerve to act like you trying to get them back. You don't give a shit about them. You got bigger and better things to think about. And it ain't no damn get back. It ain't no damn revenge. God said vengeance belongs to God. And you fine with that. You are fine with that because the more you leave it to God, the better off your life becomes. The more value your life you're able to see. You don't have to do confirmation. You don't have to do anything because Archangel Michael is here taking care of business for you. Like, what you got to do besides work on you, besides continue to stay in your lane, just the lane that you've always been in. See, it was them running into you, trying to merge into you. It was you was sitting here just trying to go on your own way, stay in your lane, not be in their business, not start no shit, not talk about them, not gossip about them, not do this. And here they are with this big ass vehicle trying to run you off the road. You got dents and shit all on the side of your vehicle because they couldn't stay in their lane. Now they looking at how stupid they looked because now they in spiritual jail for trying to go against you, for committing spiritual crimes against you. Hey, J. Mike, Merry Christmas to you. Spiritual crimes against you. And they want to be upset with you because you didn't say, hey, woohoo, just so you know, we're Earth Angel, we're chosen. You may not want to, even if you did tell them, they wasn't going to listen to you. They wasn't going to listen to you. They was going to be like, delusional. Now they don't feel that you're delusional. Now they see that you're blessed. Now they understand that God is real, baby. Yes. Especially whenever they see you're getting your wishes fulfilled, especially because you closed this chapter. God sat there and told you about conversations you did not even know that they had. And this is why they are upset, because they're trying to figure out, how did you know about this shit that they did behind your back? And how is it coming to the light? Because they like, well, wait, did you say it? I didn't say it. Did you say it? No, I didn't say it. Did anybody else say anything? Everybody's like, we didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing. Our lips are sealed. And they trying to figure out, because they knew it's like they're trying to figure out, and they knew that they had something. They felt like they had something. But what they had was this opportunity that they were fucking themselves up. Instead of them being able to have all of your gifts, now they see that they don't have nothing. They can't even compare to you. What they tried to make it so that you didn't have anything, but you have it all, and they are the ones that don't have anything. You saw them. You saw this warlock turn into a warlock. You saw this person change right in front of your eyes, because they decided that they wanted to work with somebody else. You knew that somebody was being your arch enemy, but smiling in your face. This shit wasn't no damn rocket science. And now they want to come and they want to apologize for trying to commit all these crimes against you, these spiritual crimes against you. And now they thinking that you're going to give to them whenever they left you the fuck out. Because they see how worthy you are now. They see how your money's coming up, how your life looks better, how you look happier, how you look younger, how you sound better, how your skin is looking better, how your hair is looking better, how you're dressing better, how you're living better, how you're riding better. You're no longer in that little, that little car that only had the two seats. Now you driving a bigger vehicle than they are, because God said, I'm going to make sure that if you try and get into this lane, you're going to get yourself fucked up. These people are confused about how all of a sudden your vehicle turned 10 times bigger than their vehicle. They're confused. They knew that these tricks and these lies and these curses that they put on you was going to stick, but you rose above it all. And now these people are shocked, shooketh, scared, scareth, or whatever the words are, because you passed the test. They missed everything when they dealt with you. Now this somebody is thinking about them. They should have chose God as opposed to choosing the devil. Now that they see the truth about you, and they know the truth, and they also know that, you was there with them for the longest, trying to help them for the longest. You was loyal, you was loving, you was kind, you was faithful, you was all of these things. But yet they wanted to count you out. They wanted to block your money, and now they are the ones who are upset, because they are the ones who are being put in spiritual jail. Everything that they thought they had, that's what it was, a thought. What's the message, Spirit? They thought they knew you. They thought they had the upper hand. They thought they was going to be able to take you out. They thought you didn't have no help. They thought you was lying about God's promises. They thought that they knew that whoever they was praying to was going to help them in their time of need. That's what they thought. Now they see who you are. The Empress, the matriarch, the one that God said, no, this is the one that I can trust with. This is the one. And like I said, now it could be a child of yours that wants to reach out, that wants to say something, that wants to give you a nice little message. Oh, Hey, Ma, because now this person see that, you know what? They jumped ship with the wrong team. Whereas they was living comfortably with you, comfortably with your protection around them. When they decided to go against you, they see now that they are out in the motherfucking cold. And it's a cold, cold world out there, baby. Hey, 5D Healing Station, how are you? It's a cold, cold world. This is somebody who thought that they was gonna it's like this person was trying to follow the wrong one. You know, they thought that this person was an emperor only to find out that this person was a wizard. You told this person about who they was trying to hang out with. You said it. And they called you a hater. They called you a hater. You're like, okay. Now they hating. And you like, whatever, hater. Hey, Donna, how are you, sweetie? Whatever, hater. See, now somebody feel stupid for giving to somebody who never gave to them, and stupid for leaving somebody else who always gave to them. See, there was somebody, you know, and this person is thinking for as long back as they can remember, you was always trying to make some money. You was always trying to bring in the bacon. You was always doing this. You was always doing that. What's the message, Spirit? Yes. They know they messed up because they're watching your gifts increase. They're watching whatever you do get better. And they know that they're the ones who jumped off the cliff. They jumped off the cliff right into spiritual jail, not looking where they should have been stepping. Not looking where they should have been stepping, and they can't compare. Everything is going your way. You're protected. They tried to come against you. They couldn't even do that right. You was able to defend yourself. What's the message, Spirit? And they receiving judgment. Everything, like I said, things in this person's life just ain't going that good right now. They're actually seeing the error of their own ways. They're actually seeing how this person was determined to ruin you because they felt a certain way about you. And instead of them working on themselves, they tried to get somebody to conspire against you. They were sitting here talking to this person about how they could go up against you and how they could give them all that. You want these clubs? So I'm gonna give you these clubs. All you gotta do is just take this club and go pop them over the head. But see, they didn't see that cup of love right there, that God was providing everything that they ever possibly could need. And they thought that they had to go with this coven in order to be happy. They thought that coven was happy. That coven was not happy. Now this person has no choice but to go within, and they finding out who they represented themselves to be. It's not who they are proud of. They're quite embarrassed. They see that regardless of what they did to you, you still happy. The sun is still shining, and you still independent. You still don't need them people. And now they're having a whole new point of view about you. Some shit that they never saw before now is being illuminated. They're seeing how you got down and you know how to get your crown, that you was able to create the life that you wanted. You didn't have to go and try and steal the life that you wanted. You didn't have to try and go and take the life that you wanted. That you sat there and you worked hard on yourself, by yourself, for yourself, and you got it your damn self. Now somebody's feeling all depressed. They feeling all overburdened. Like, damn, I got all this pressure on me. And like, oh, I sure could use a pick-me-up conversation. I know, because you was always telling somebody the truth. It may have been a little harsh the way you said it, but shit, they have to factor in that, you know what, you've had a harsh life too. But the difference between them and you is you didn't try and put your emotional garbage on them. You didn't try and blame them for everything. You didn't get divorced and tell them it was their fault. You didn't lose a job and say, well, I lost a job because of you. You didn't have a car that was repossessed and say, it was because of you that my car was repossessed. You didn't, you wasn't putting your emotional garbage on somebody else. You were still loving and kind and giving. Yes, you know what? You was giving that sage advice. And them listening to these goony goo goo motherfuckers, they see now that they did not have their best of interest at heart. Hey, hi, Ari Lanai. How are you? They thought that they was going to be so happy, only to find out that they are so sad right now. And today, I feel like today is a breaking point for somebody. Because see, this somebody that it's a breaking point for, they felt like before they used to think, if I could just get collective out of my life, I'll be fine. I'll be perfect. Everything will be great. Now that you're not there, they're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Everything has been 12 times harder than what I thought it was going to be. Ain't shit working out. I need somebody that's going to give me some true good advice. I don't even have that because ain't nobody telling me the truth. That's what they get. See, they didn't know who you were. They know now. They know that you would have gave them the advice to be able to get out of whatever it is that they, was plaguing them mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Now somebody want to come and they want to go to smooth waters with you. They want to come over to where you're at because they would hope that you would be able to heal them. They knew that if they talked to you, you used to always be able to heal them, always give them the right guidance, the right direction. But instead, they chose to listen to this person, this type of energy. And that type of energy just was even worse. They're like, oh, wait, what? Yo, tell me, come on, tell me what the problem is. Uh-huh. You late on your rent. Okay. Your car payment is okay, a little bit late. Okay. And the electric company said if you don't pay this money by the 5th, that they're gonna cut off the lights. Okay, how much money you got? Oh, okay, you got that much, and you getting a check next week. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you what you do. No. Don't pay that shit. Give me your money. Give me your money, I'm gonna triple it. And then they give the money to the devil, and they like, I thought you was gonna triple it. I did. I tripled it for myself. I'm not giving you nothing. And they're like, well, give me my money back. Oh, we can't do all that. That was your fault for being so stupid for listening. See, this is what this person is finding out, especially whenever it comes to their money, especially because they feel like they need a loan. At least you gave them good advice. At least you told them the truth. Don't give your money away. you call these people, you let these people know you need to be on some type of payment plan, and every dollar you get, hey, you got this 50 extra dollars and that you wasn't expecting, you go ahead and you give it over here, or you put something over here, you get this check, you give it so that you got the place to stay, you keep a roof over your head. Okay, now you call then you go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of your electric bill so you can keep the lights on. You call this car company, you put yourself on a strict payment plan. But instead, they want to listen to somebody who did not have their best of interest at heart. Crystal said, all I have is glitter to give. I know that's right. What's the message? Yeah, this person is seeing that what they invested in did not invest in them. They see this was not a good investment at all. All because they was trying to do some slick Rick shit behind your back. Well, how did it turn out? Slick Rick, how did it turn out? What's the message? They regret this day. And like I said, today is even harder because it is the holiday. Normally, they would any other holiday, they would have called and said, or text. They wouldn't have called, they would have text. Merry Xmas. And that would have been it. That would have been it. But today they want to call. They want to be like, hey, Merry Christmas. How you doing? How's this? How's that? I love you. And I this and that and the other. And hey, let me ask you this while I'm on the phone with you. Da 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 da. What's the message? Yeah. Because see, somebody had a chance to go within and see some shit differently. They see how they was acting now. They see that they was not doing right. They had to look at themselves, and now they see everything clearly. Everything clearly when it comes to you. And they see that you always found a way out of no way. God will make a way out of no way. And now this person is starting to wake up to realize you always depended on God to see you through. You always follow what God said. Go over here, talk to that person that got that blue shirt on. These are the words I want you to tell this person. Da, 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 da. You did that. The person said, oh, yeah, I got you. You know what? My cousin work over there. We're going to go. I'm going to call my cousin for you. Hey, cuz, I got da, 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 da. Hang up the phone. You don't have to worry about it. But see, this person discounted you. And it's because at that point, maybe your money wasn't all the way together. Hey, Aisha, how are you, sweetie? Maybe your money wasn't all the way together, but you know what? Didn't mean that you was a beggar on the street, because you was never begging. Everybody needs some help. And see, this person, the devil was good and did them good for a little bit. The devil was like, I'm going to give to you. As long as you keep this earth angel stuck, I'm going to give to you. Okay? As long as you stay a part of this coven, I'm going to give to you. So somebody thought that, okay, well, I'm this master wizard, this master warlock, and I'm getting this and I'm getting that. And as long as I can keep, this Queen of Cups stuck, without her realizing her worth and this and that and the other, then I'm always going to have. Okay, well, whenever you decided that, oh, let me go on about my business, because I see y'all motherfuckers think somebody playing with you. Let me go on about my business. Now all of a sudden they sitting there thinking like, damn, I ain't think that it was going to turn out like that. I ain't think that me lying on a collective or me trying to do all this sneaky, slick Rick shit behind their back was going to end up fucking me up. Hey, Addie, how are you? Yes, Grand Christmas to you too, sis. They didn't think all that shit was going to happen to them. This could be part of your family. And see that your family sitting there watching, looking at you like in your car, your big ass car. You know, they may have a Suburban, but you got the Suburban XXXXXXXL. And driving around, and you still ain't trying to get out your lane. You still doing everything very calm. Still, you know, got your hands on the steering wheel like this, because that's just how you drive. You know? They see they couldn't fuck with you. They see that they invested in the wrong thing trying to fuck with you. They was trying to fuck you up only to find out that they fucked themselves up. You know, they had a big old thing of Vaseline by the side and KY jelly by the side, trying to wait to, you know, thinking they was getting ready to use that on you, only to fucking wake up and like, damn, what the devil doing with my thing of KY and my Vaseline? And why my butt sore? Because you got what you thought you was getting ready to give. What's the message, Spirit? See, somebody thought that they had been coming after you for the longest, ever since they could remember, not knowing the whole time you was the chosen one. This is why they mad at you, because they didn't see this shit. They didn't see this shit. And this is like even a young person, because we got a page, a night, and a page. They didn't see this shit either, because they didn't open up their eyes to look. And now they getting justice, and everybody see them for who they are. And what they've done. And they see that new opportunities are coming for you. You know, this is like, maybe you started something new, you know, but people are recognizing that person for their fruits. They tried to hurt you for the longest, listening to somebody that was trying to hurt you too. And now this person is sick, confused, trying to ask God for forgiveness. You know, this person is trying to figure out, oh, what can I do to turn my life around? Hey, Malcolm, how are you? What can I do to turn my life around? And now they realize that they allowed somebody to come in between y'all. They allowed somebody who did not have good intentions to come in between y'all, because that person was feeling a certain type of way. They should have told this person to go fuck off. But instead, they chose not to say anything. And now this is what is the end result of them being ashamed of themselves. And all because they feel like you held back, that you had these gifts and that you was working on yourself. That's the part that they ashamed of. They need to be ashamed of how they treated you, of how they chose. They made a conscious and conscientious decision to come against you. That's what they need to be ashamed of. Not the fact that you didn't tell them who you were. You didn't tell them, I got these gifts. I see these visions. I hear things, and my grandparents talk to me, or my passed over loved ones talk to me, or I had a dream about, a relative that I never met before. But when I saw the picture, I was like, damn, that's my uncle. This is the one who's been visiting me in my dreams. See, they didn't, this is God that was communicating with you. Your ancestors communicating with you, letting you know, keep going, Keep going. We are so proud of you. We got something special for you. You keep going because you are the one that we need to get this job done. And now somebody is upset. Well, they should have chose better. They should have asked some questions. What's the message, Spirit? They should have asked questions as opposed to relying on a lie that somebody else said. Somebody else's lie will, you believe in somebody else's lie will fuck up your own life. Especially if you choose not to ask. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Yeah. Now they sitting here looking, they're going through the same thing. Trust and believe they are going through the same thing. That's why they feel like they want to come and ask some advice. That's why they want to come and apologize, because their world is being turned all the way upside down. The same person that was sitting there bad mouthing you, making up shit about you, now they realize that that person was a witch in their life too. They didn't believe it. They didn't see that, hey, whatever they was planning was going to come back on them. They didn't see that, all they doing is setting up their own karma. They didn't see that. They didn't see that the wheel of fortune was going to be turning out of their favor. Now they want to come and they want to talk to you. They want to say, "Oh, I should have been there for you. Shoulda, woulda, coulda." But guess what? Now somebody is on block. Spirit said, "No, no, player. Keep on stepping, player. That's right. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Keep going. To the left, to the left, to the left. Some more. Keep going. We're not doing the electric slide. I'm telling you. To the left, to the left. Come on." Anything else? Yep. Now it's like you got people celebrating you. Talking about how, oh yeah, well, you know what? She's so kind, she's so sweet, collective is so kind and sweet, and da 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 da. Now they talking about looking at that person like, you weird. Why would you do that? You so weird. You're weird. We don't want to be around you. You're weird. Hey, the solar type, how are you? Confirmation. Oh, when I could hear something, my dog. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. See, it's like, you know what? Because you told somebody, it wasn't just that you told somebody the truth about these parents of yours, but it was the truth about these parents of yours. And and it's like these parents, I feel like they knew that you had these gifts. That you were spirit, very spiritual, but yet there was somebody else in your vicinity that was not, that was sitting here trying to throw all this black magic your way, that was trying to mess you up, that was trying to get in the middle of your relationships. And this person did it. They tried so hard to get in the middle of your relationships and would do shit and sit back and watch how it would affect your child or your children. This person purposely tried to hurt your heart, tried to make it so that you could not survive a broken heart, couldn't survive, your child going against you. And now things are happening. God is handing down that karma, and they looking, and somebody is waking the fuck up. If somebody realized that they got to make certain decisions, they got to close this chapter of their life. And they see that this ain't no motherfucking joke. Somebody's feeling it today. They feeling it. They feeling it because they know that they was not loyal. They wasn't loyal to you. And now they that you're protecting yourself, now that they can't even get to you. Thank you, Sasha. You don't have to lick my feet, baby. I don't like that. They can't even get to you, and all that magic bullshit that they was trying to do, that shit came right back on them. Like I said, somebody that now they see that, oh damn, it's the truth. You are an earth angel. Now they're seeing that they should have held back. They should have held back from trying to work with these people. But they was promised something, this pie in the sky dream, and that shit never, ever, ever came true. That was like a heavy lead balloon. This balloon was so heavy, that shit didn't even get up off the ground. They could barely even drag that motherfucker. Because you was destined to be a star, and guess what? You a star. Now they want to come and apologize for this bullshit that they was trying to do. They want to act like now they want to see if they could plan to do something over, to start over, and like you're not gonna be able to see what they did. Like they don't have to come and tell you the truth of everything, but you already know everything that they put in. You know what they did. You know how they tried to count you out, discount you, disrespect you. You know that. This is why you're looking at the fruits of their labors. You see their life is going down. They don't even look the fucking same anymore because of what they chose to invest in and who they chose to invest with. They don't even look the same. You could pass them on the street and they're like, wait, tapping you on the shoulder. You like, excuse me. And they're like, it's me. You're like, oh, damn. What the fuck is going on with you? Because they know they feeling the pressure from all those lies, that backstabbing, all that bullshit that they said about you. How they came up against you to try and attack the Empress. They sitting here watching you in that big ass car of yours, that Yukon extra, 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 extra long, extra loud, extra large, with extra protection. You talk about an ADAS system, honey. Yours is ADAS, APABN, and all this other extra shit. You can see birds is flying above your head. Your shit is that fucking protected. And they see now that you are the one that was chosen to move forward. God chose you specifically for you to be able to move forward to save everybody else's life. You was the one who walked by faith. You was the one who was being protected. You was the one who had the gifts. You was the one who was working to uncover all these secrets, all these lies, all this generational curse shit. You was the one. But because they chose not to get on board with you and to mistreat you, misuse you, abuse you, you're the only one that gets your wish fulfillment. Like I said, when you walked away, they knew they was fucked. They could hear the clink clink of the handcuffs, the clink clink of the cell door going shut, and they knew they fucked up. Like I said, Archangel Michael came and called judgment on all they asses. And now here they are sitting in disbelief. I'm locked up. upset because they thought that they had the power to take you down. All they did was make you stronger. That was it. And you've always been independent. Hell, they tried to leave you out. Why wouldn't you be independent? And now all of that magic and bullshit that this coven sent out, everybody see all that. They can't hide nothing. There is no secrets with them anymore. You the one who came in and saved the motherfucking day. Your lineage is thanking you. And here they are sitting there realizing, damn, all this shit that I did for what? All this black magic for what? I still ain't got a fucking pot to piss in, and I'm worse off now because now I ain't even got a pot to even cook in. I done gave all that shit up. See, somebody promised them everything and didn't give them a motherfucking thing. Except a life of damnation and destruction. And they got the nerve to look at you, to want to study you now, to try and figure out what's up, what's good. Especially since they see that you getting what you deserve. Hi! This is what you deserve. You the one who did the work. You talk about somebody being so sorry. All because they couldn't appreciate what they had until it was too late. Until you told them, kiss your ever loving ass, and left all them cups right there. Now somebody want to sit there and realize that you was the best thing since sliced bread for them. You was all that they needed. You was the one who was going to get them to the fucking finish line. Now this person is had to go within, and like I said, they're looking at themselves, trying to figure themselves out. Because there ain't shit for them to figure out about you. Hey, Wingseer. Ain't shit for them to try and figure out about you. They need to look at self and figure that shit out about themselves. You know who you are. You know, you've been working on yourself. You know who you are. It's just they don't know who the fuck they are. And until they find out, until they can contend with some bullshit that they was doing, until they can get back all this shit that they put out to you, because they all got to get their karma back. Spirit said there ain't shit that you can do with my collective except clear the way. Because I got plans for him or her. And you are not included. You and this motherfucking devilish ways thinking that you was getting ready to get something for nothing, like you was going to take somebody's shit. You ain't getting a motherfucking thing until you figure yourself out. Hey, High Priestess, how are you? That's the whole thing. Somebody missed all of that. Trying to fuck you up. What's the message, Spirit? Like I said, now all of this jaw jacking that they did, negative talk about you. They made it so that they got to climb that mountain. They got to atone for everything. Everything. And now this person, they don't want to even be around anybody. They want to stay to themselves. Yes, absolutely, Crystal. 5D healing station. Yep. When your mother and father forsake you, then my God will take you up. Absolutely. High Priestess, I am having an amazing morning, rising, amazing day so far. And it's going to get it's going to get only better. Thank you. Yeah. Now somebody's starting to wake up to the shit that you do, how it only affects you. They starting to wake up to the shit that you do is only going to affect you. It's not affecting the person that you're trying to get. You may you may make that person sad, but it's not because you broke their spirit, it's because you broke their trust. They're realizing they never broke your spirit. What they did was show each and every time that you could not trust their ass, that they were untrustworthy, that they couldn't answer the call, that they don't deserve. When you wanted just to take them with you to the finish line, and every time they did some shit, they just let you know over and over and over that they don't deserve to be there with you. And you knew that as long as you tried to stay around, as long as you tried to help them, as long as you tried to spend your time, your energy, your words, your commitment, your money to try and convince that motherfucking ass to do right, that they was never going to do right. So you had and you knew as long as you tried to stay there, God was not going to give you what God promised you. So you got tired and you did the only thing that you could do, and that was to get the fuck up out of Dodge. Because these lies was never going to stick. They was never going to do you right. Hi, Gigi Straight. How are you? Grand rising to you. Hi, Aisha. It's like, why sit there and think that you hurting somebody by some shit that you do? They ain't hurting nobody. You hurting you. Oh, for sure. For shizzle, you hurting you. But that person, especially if that person is on a mission from God, oh, save yourself. Save yourself, fool. When you stepped out on faith that God was going to catch you, God said, not only am I going to catch you, but I got you. You are in this bubble that, like I said, can't nobody even touch you. Everything and anything they try to do to you comes right back around on them. Everything. Oh, you want to say something bad about me? Say it. It don't bother me. God said, watch me work. God said, hold my beer. And yes. And so now somebody's sitting there like, damn, I had just had 6 pentacles. I had just had 8 pentacles. I had just had all of this. But now my money is funny. I can't even afford any beer. Because they're starting to see the truth about you. They starting to see the truth about you, that you chosen, and whenever they tried to do some shit on you and you call judgment, and that you ain't got to lie about a motherfucking thing. You gonna call it like you see it. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Y'all know those are the only words of that song that I know. But that's the name of the song, Self-Destruction. And it's an old song. What's the message? Let me see. Who was in that? I know MC Light, Kumo D. Who else was in there? I can't remember. Y'all know I can't remember all that if I don't know the words of the song. What's the message? Anything else? Yeah. Now somebody trying to plan how they can come see you, how they can come travel to you, how they could, get back in your graces and stuff like that. But they ain't healed. They ain't healed. They still hanging around this motherfucking devil. They still hanging around this witch. They still in communication with this witch. They still in communication with this wizard. And somebody's starting to finally wake up that until they let that shit go, close those doors, cut that chapter short, they can't do a motherfucking thing. They will not have, they trying to figure out, what they can do to be happy again. You got to cut some shit out. Oh, that's my neighbor. I thought that was her snoring. That's my neighbor trying to start their 1908 Suburban or something. I don't know. Yeah, because somebody got to go within and think about, these swords that they thought was going to be in your back and how you just left them swords right there. Told y'all. If y'all can hear it. How you left them swords right there and how you ghosted they ass. What's the message? Oh, it didn't start all the way, y'all. They got to do it again. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yeah. See, you wasn't even worried. You was not worried about these people. You told, and you even told this person, you told somebody the truth. You told them what that you are on the spiritual path, and then this motherfucker had the nerve to doubt you. But now who laughing now? God is laughing. God is laughing. God is getting a big kick out of this because they know that this person is sitting here worried, afraid of you. Shook the motherfuckers. And they sitting here thinking that it's you trying to do something. You ain't doing shit. God said, say less. I got you. You was like, okay, God. Thank you. And so you ain't do nothing else. You ain't put your time and effort and energy into nothing. God said you just did whatever I needed you to do. This is why I chose you. This is why you got these gifts. You the chosen one. Just because somebody else couldn't see that you was an earth angel, don't mean that you wasn't an earth angel. Just because somebody else didn't see that you was here to save the day, don't mean that you didn't save the day. Just because they couldn't see it, don't mean that it wasn't true. Just because they saw that you was independent and they thought that you was lonely and they was going to try and do some other fuck shit to make you lonely, don't mean that you was even lonely. That just meant that you was independent. Independent in thought, independent in action, independent in the good godly deeds. Now this person is sitting there rubbing their head, they temple like, damn, I did all this shit to fuck somebody else up and I fucked myself up. And the whole time, here you are, the matriarch of the family. The matriarch. You the one, and it don't even make a difference if your mother was going against you. Your mother was only going against you because she saw that you was the matriarch. She saw that you held a title that she wasn't chosen to be, that she didn't have the strength to do. So that's why she was hating on you. And if it was your father that was going against you too, he was just going against you because he felt that you was going to reach a height better than what he could do. Now, ain't that fucked up? Because the parents are supposed to want their children to go further than what they went. Not even make it. Not be able to beg and borrow and steal just so that the father could look like, see how good I am. I have to be the father for life. Fuck all that. Spirit said, let this be an encouraging message to somebody, that somebody is definitely feeling it in their heart chakra about you today, especially since you cut the cord from this entire coven. The whole coven is cut off. The whole coven, they all shook us to the core. They all think that you was sitting there, you the one trying to get back at them. You the one that's doing this and doing that. That's not you. You ain't even worrying about it because you know that the person for you doesn't have bad karma because they already worked that shit out. God said to leave now, and you left right then when God said to leave because you're the only one that had faith. The only one out of all of them that had the faith. And they all had this entity attached. Now they want to start over because they saw that you started over, because you started over with truth. Your truth led to success, and your success led to victory. And them asses got played by the devil. The same person that they was working for is the same one that played them. Funny how that works out, ain't it? What's the message, Spirit? We're going to wrap this up so I can make my baby some breakfast. Her little spoiled ass. Oh, this girl is so spoiled. What's the message, Spirit? She knows it. That's her moving the table. Told you. What's the message? Something about that first house of self and somebody's solar plexus chakra. I feel like somebody's chakras are opening up. You know? They realizing that their life has a spiritual purpose too. And you should always pray for your children. Always. This is what this coven didn't realize. And like I said, it could be a set of parents that you no longer communicate with. They should have prayed for you instead of trying to take you down. This is why they have a handshake like a wet noodle. That and the fact that it's Judgment Day and in God's hands. I'm telling you, it could be because of today. Today is that holiday. And now this past love is just thinking about you, trying to see how they could come back in whenever they actually left you to the wolves, not knowing that you was blessed, spiritually protected, and favored by God. Hey, Tara, how are you, sweetie? And you did right whenever you denied them. Confirmation, you did right when you denied them. I am well, Tara. Thank you so very much. Hey, Hypsee, how are you? Happy holidays to you. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, we back. Thank you so very much, J. Mike. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You was able to read between the lines of what they was not saying. And since you have the wisdom, now they're seeing with wisdom comes wealth. Not by trying to steal some shit, not by trying to cut somebody else out, not by trying to take somebody else's spot. With wisdom comes wealth. So remain, think, dream, pray positive thoughts. Because in the end, you are going to be the one that wins, not them. And they know now that you are definitely a star. Because whenever it was time for you to choose a new path, you did it. And they have to realize and learn the hard way that what you put out is definitely what you get back. Not only that, but baby, you are God's child. And you always had pure intentions. All right, y'all, I'm going to cook her some breakfast, cook me some breakfast, have a mimosa, take a shower, get dressed for the day, and then I'll be back. And let's see, it's 7:22 a.m. So we'll be back at by like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And like I said, if anyone has any questions or anything, put them in the chat. And today for Christmas, I may open it up to people that, as long as you subscribe, then you can ask a question. You don't have to be subscribed for 5 days, which is the normal. But as long as you subscribe to the channel, then you can ask your questions. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. Happy holidays. Happy Boxing Day and all of that. Grand Rising to everyone. And let's just continue to do God's work. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye now.